Hello and welcome. This is Drew Vision IT Consulting. Today we're going to talk about the top 3 reasons your salespeople are bad. Right? They're awful. They're not selling anything. Their conversion rates are terrible. Your margins are declining. And you probably want to know why. If you manage salespeople, it is your job to help them get better. So in today's episode, we're going to go into my top 3 reasons why your salespeople are bad. Okay, number 1 on my list of why your salespeople are bad is they don't ask questions. If you don't ask questions, then you can't correlate benefits. All you can do is either just talk about features or throw spaghetti on the wall as to what benefits your customer might actually care about. I'll give you an example. Let's say we're talking about the Intel lineup of processors. An i3 has 4 cores and an i9 has 10. So what? Right? I can talk about how many gigahertz and how many concurrent threads they can run. So what? The benefit between the two, depending on the benefits that your customer is looking for, is time savings. You ask your customer, well, why do you need the laptop? Well, if I'm just surfing the web, it doesn't matter. There's no benefit to an i9. It's just more expensive. But if they're like myself, creating YouTube videos and you spend half your time rendering, there's a huge benefit. What's the benefit? Time. How valuable is your time? Right? Now, let's say they're a video producer, but they just let them render overnight, then that means time is no longer a benefit. Right? What are those other potential benefits? Your salespeople will never know because they don't ask the questions. Okay, so number 2 on our list of why your salespeople are bad, awful, is fear. Sounds rather basic, right? Maybe they're afraid to pick up the phone and call people. Maybe they're afraid to send that email. Maybe they're afraid to qualify a lead. They'd rather live with maybe than a no. And maybe is the most expensive thing in the sales process there is. Maybe I'll win, maybe I won't. Maybe means you're spending time measuring your pipeline, looking at leads, looking at opportunities, and not knowing whether or not it's truly qualified. Do you have high odds of progressing that opportunity to one sales stage? Do you? Well, if the answer is maybe, that's a bad answer. Salespeople's job is to get over their fear, find out if that customer has budget, find out when they're going to make a decision. Why do they need it? Don't be afraid to ask those most basic questions that let you know if you have a healthy, robust, vibrant pipeline where you can add value to your customers. And guess what? You're not going to be able to do any of that if you're afraid. So fear is number 2 on our list of why your salespeople are bad. Okay, last and probably the most important, number 3 on our list of why your salespeople are bad, the reason is you. You are the reason your salespeople are bad. Let me explain. Are you clear with your salespeople? Do they understand the expectations that there are specific outcomes that you're looking for? Do they know what they are? Do they know the sales process that leads to those outcomes that you need from them? Whether they're business development, opportunity identification, maybe they're opportunity progression, maybe they're closers. Whatever their role is, are they abundantly clear on what it is you expect them to do? Are you killing them with metrics? Metrics, they're a guidepost. They show you where there's smoke, but metrics are not the fire, right? If all you do is talk to your salespeople about metrics, then guess what they're going to do? They're going to deliver metrics. Maybe real, maybe made up, but that's what you've asked them to do. You've got to be ultra hyper clear with your salespeople on what it is you expect. and you develop a robust program to continuously train them, help them get better in their careers. That way they can deliver the outcomes that you need from them. So the last, final reason your salespeople are bad, it's you. Be mindful of that and always goal to enrich your knowledge so that you can enrich their knowledge. And with that, if you really enjoyed this episode in our IT Seller Series, please click like and subscribe and stay tuned for more great content. We'll see you soon from Drew Vision IT Consulting.